7:20 a.m. We've evacuated the premises. I think the first train is supposed to be at 7:20, but I don't see anyone. We're about to head out. Buying tickets for the gondola. We're trying to go up to HOKKAIDO Terrace, which is like when you're on a mountain, you can see the sea of clouds, but we were never lucky, and I don't think there's the sea of clouds today, but it should still be cool. 20 minutes until closing. Thanks, bro. It's like a roll. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So on the right day, you should be able to see a sea of clouds here. Today is not the right day, but we got a little wisp of clouds there. That is what the Japanese call the HOKKAIDO. We backtracked our route from yesterday. We're at the intersection of two highways, and now we are gonna move forward. Not a convenience store for a while. And there's supposed to be a fat ass hill. We've been talking about it for 2 days. I think we'll finally see it today. The elevation charts on the map show it going up like 200 meters in 0.1 seconds, so can't tell if real or troll. What's going on? Taking a short break on this fat ass hill. Actually, I don't know if this is the fat ass hill. Taking a quick water break. So the fat ass hill, I mean, as you can see, the incline's very gradual. So we've been pedaling pretty slowly, maybe like 5 to 7 kilometers per hour. Yeah, and like, as long as you're not super try-harding, well, that car was kind of close. As long as you're not super try-harding, it's actually not super bad. Gradually making our pace up the mountain. But after this, it's like all downhill for 2 days. They're like pretty much mostly downhill. Beast mode! First time having caffeine in a few days. Feels good, man. White guy spotted over there. They're not so common in Hokkaido, actually. Elsewhere in Japan, I think they're a lot more common, where the true weebs go. As you can see, it's downhill from here on out. There's a parking and picture spot here at the peak. Hey dude, there's some unkai. Look. Definitely wasn't as bad as we thought it'd be. We've been talking about it for days. It's the greatest villain of our trip. But it's actually like semi-chill as long as you bike slow. Here's the mountain. Actually, David has corrected me and said there's a lot of foreigners in Hokkaido, but not many compared to Tokyo, which I guess is where I've been the most. Weebs everywhere. I don't drink soda that much, but white peach Fanta sounds fucking amazing. It's a biker with panniers. We haven't seen many of them, especially in this part. Another guy who's biked the mountain. We feel your pain, bro. It just says 0 now. So we just went like, I don't even know. We're probably gonna go 16 kilometers full downhill. Never go full downhill, man. It's like no pedaling. He was going 47 kilometers per hour. His downhill speed is faster than mine for whatever reason. Maybe he's just a god. Yeah, now the speedometer is broken because we went too fast. Good shit. Going to a ramen place. We didn't make the town yet.
黒辛醤油、黒辛ラーメン。はい。両方も大盛りで、はい、と餃子とエビ蒸し餃子。はい。以上で。
This is the best ramen shop world. Oh, we got some shrimp dumplings, but that's not the main thing. Holy shit, his ramen is beast. My shoyu ramen. I love my soy sauce. Picture break. There's a piece of poop right there. This ain't San Francisco. That ass. This is the town of Shintoku. This is our first time since we started the trip that we've seen like a real town. We passed by one called Minami Furano, but it was like a small farming village. And between that, we've just been like the boonies, and there's one convenience store. And this is the first convenience store we've hit in a while. The Seiko Mart again. But actually we just ate so much ramen, there's not much that we want to get from this mart, but it's symbolic. We're in a drugstore. David wants some ibuprofen and maybe some like salampos. I don't know what they call it in Japanese, but it's like this thing you put on your muscles when they're sore. We're in Shizmo town. It's the next town over. I don't know, we didn't bike too long. David macking on all the ladies. Some old lady talking to him. Uncontrollable. Beast mode! So one thing I haven't talked about, I think there's a car coming. Please don't let this be the moment I die. Is basically Japan is like the best place ever to bike because of how far the cars go to the right. Like they literally will go to the other lane for you. There's rarely ever a close call with the bike. And the other thing is, like we don't even lock our bikes. I took a lock from the guy we rented it from because I was a little apprehensive, but literally you just leave your shit out anywhere. For the first time I'm doing a cycling trip like this, it's probably the best place I could be. Plus obviously David speaks Japanese, which is like a huge benefit because I was gonna do this in Taiwan otherwise since I can speak Chinese. But you do need to be able to like read maps and talk to people for this to work effectively. Or I mean, I'm sure you could do it without, but anyway, I forgot to mention the dude we rented the bikes is a little pissed because we were texting him yesterday and he's like, yo, I can come pick up the bikes from you, you'll get a refund. I really need these bikes and you not to like damage them. And we didn't really damage it last night. We were just being hella dumb and we were tired and like we really wanted to fix the shit before we went to sleep. But I think it was something simple like the chain falling off the bike. I mean, David managed to fix it. We're gonna stop by a bike store in Obihiro when we get there. 30 kilometers. David went to take a picture over there. There's like a person farming or some shit. We're taking this back road. Our other option was we would go through like every town on the way on the main road. The elevation distance was the same. We just kind of picked one because we had passed through 2 towns, so I guess it's nice to change it up. We are taking this back road thanks to David's godlike mapping skills. Eventually it merges into the highway. You can actually see the highway over there. So we're just running parallel to it, but better. You know what I'm saying? We're finally unlucky. It's raining kind of hard. It's not really raining that hard, but enough that it's time to pull out the raincoats. Also, this raincoat is smelly as fuck because it like traps sweat and I never washed it. Unlucky. We have like 20 more kilometers until Obihiro, I think. Maybe 15. There's a basketball court. We're on the edge of Obihiro, the promised land. We've been talking about this city for like forever because it's the 3rd biggest city in Hokkaido. Kind of been our goal destination. We can also get my bike tuned up here, even though it works fine, but like perfectly fixed. And there should be good food here and lots of resources because it's a biggish city. Civilization, yo. We're here in a rider house. A rider house is a phenomenon in Japan where, I don't really know, I guess motorcyclists who travel around Japan use it as lodging. And so it's basically like a sleeping bag place usually. It's pretty cheap, like $10, which is super cheap for lodging in Japan. Like when I was looking at hostels in the bigger cities, they were all $30 for a dorm room bed. It's like the most expensive I've ever seen a hostel bed. So this is like cheap accommodation if you have your own sleeping bag. This is our crib so far. There's probably other people that are gonna come. I need to go look up rider houses on Wikipedia. But yeah, David has stayed at a lot of these. But again, they're mostly motorcyclists, I think. This one's pretty packed actually. Like the parking lot's gonna be full. Waiting for the train. They don't take the subway cards that work in the big cities here. So we had to buy a ticket. The central Obihiro. We are in a modern city. I'm still amazed by the train station, dude. Oh shit. Utadon is a famous food in Obihiro. We just went to this onsen. David chatting it up with the old dudes.
Yeah, I love it.
One guy had like the craziest sideburns I've ever seen in my life. Some motherfucking swag, something we Asians got. I'm hella tired. We're trying to catch our train in 9 minutes. Google Maps says 15-minute walk. I don't think we're gonna make it, boys. We missed the last train. I blame that old man talking to David. As we got to the counter, we were asking the people if the train left and they had a feed behind them and they were like, you mean this one? And it was like a camera of the train leaving. Fuck you. Yeah, I meant that one. And now we went to the 7-Eleven. It's an hour till the next train at 22:30, which is suboptimal because we would like to sleep soon. Also, here's a vending machine that gives frozen foods that are heated. Japan is crazy.